everyone. So this is it. I'm in my final week, my last bit of training. I just did my 12-mile run this past weekend. I feel great. I was a little wobbly and my legs were a little like, they weren't so, they were like a good sore feeling. It was just like, I don't know. It's like the only way I could describe it is like it was just wobbly. Like I had just ran through like mud or something like that, or sand or quicksand or something. In any event, at first it felt like lead, but the fact that I finished my 12-mile run, I feel great. First couple miles were a little tough. I said, okay, I'm gonna run around this track for as long as I can, and I did it for about 2 miles. And then I said, all right, I'm gonna ditch this track and I'm just gonna take the main road and just keep going. And that's what I did. I just needed a change of scenery or something just to help me. And plus the wind was picking up. It was like wind speeds 20 to like 30 miles per hour. It started out as a nice, comfortable, cool day around 60 degrees, and then the temperatures were just dropping throughout the day. By the time I was done, it was like 48 degrees, but it felt like a good 5 to 10 degrees colder at times. And I run by the water, so you can imagine it was really, really chilly. So today I wanted to talk about my running essentials. I have about 3 more days to train. So I'm going to do a 4-mile run today. Tomorrow I'll go down to about 3, and then I'll do 2 miles, and then I'll rest for 2 days, and then it's the big finish, the half marathon. So, all right, so here's some of the stuff that I need to have when I run. These are my running essentials. I mean, everybody's different. Got to do what's comfortable for you, but this is what helps me. I mean, first and foremost, I need my phone, which is what I'm using to record today, because I need my phone with my tracks on it. I have music that I download just to help me get through the race, get my stamina going, get my endurance going. I don't know, when I listen to a nice song, it's like, it just gives me the energy to keep going. You know, when I get lazy, I'm like, what? All right, okay. And I'm just like bopping to the beat, you know what I mean? So music is so important. Then, as far as my running essentials, what I wear, of course I have to have my headphones. That's important, my headphones. And then I have one of these thingies. And I'm gonna have a link to all these things in the description box below. But this little belt, it looks like just like a little belt, right? But when you look here, you open it up and it's like a zipper, and you can hold just about anything, depending on how big your phone is. I have a 7, iPhone 7, so it does fit in here. It's a little bit of a snug fit, but it does fit because it stretches, so I am able to fit it in there. But if you have a smaller phone, even better. I am at a point now where I'm just holding my phone because I'm always shuffling through tracks. I'm always checking my app to see where I'm at in terms of my running, how many miles, what my pace is. And that's another essential, by the way. Get an app. If you have like an iPhone watch or something, that's great. Or if you have any other kind of app or gadget to track your running, to keep up with your pace, if you want to check your miles, how far you've gone, it's just a great thing to have. I mean, it's helped me in terms of getting my speed up. But this is also very good because I'm able to hold my keys, and I'm also able to hold anything else that I need throughout the race. So that's another essential. And I love to wear a hat. Or ladies, if you have if you're a natural, you have like a satin scarf. I know they have these workout headbands and these workout scarves that you can wear. I also wear my satin scarf, so it kind of absorbs the sweat without taking up all the moisture. So if you have one of those, that's also great. This is great because I like the material. The lining is satin, so it does make it comfortable for me. Even when it's windy out and I have my headphones on, it'll stay on. Last year it was like raining cats and dogs, and thank goodness I had this hat because the visor helped keep all the rain and the wetness out of my face. At times though, it was like raining sideways, but it did do a good job in just keeping me focused and keeping most of the rain out of my face. Another important tip is you want to make sure you have the right running shoes. That is important. Now, I actually went to a specialized place and I got fitted properly for my shoe size, and I also discussed with the sales associate my running concerns. I know for me, my knees, I have arthritis in my left knee, so I know that after a while my knees start to give out with the pounding of the pavement, so I know I needed a lot of cushioning. They watched my instep. They actually watched me run just to make sure in terms of like where I'm putting in all my weight, the part that I'm putting all my weight on, they want to make sure that they take care of that. So they picked out the right shoes to fit my personal situation. I mean, everybody's different. Some people are flat-footed, whatever the case is, but it's a good idea to get checked out. And it's also a good idea to change your running shoes after a while, because you don't want to be running 3, 4, 5 years with the same shoes. After a while, there's like no cushioning and nothing to support you. So that's also an important tidbit. Now for me, in terms of what I actually wear, it varies. It depends on the weather. So if it's a cold day, and the funny thing is, I'm an island girl, I love heat, so I get cold very easily. Unless it is like 75, 80 degrees out there, I'm running in like long sleeves. Now this is a runner's, like it has a special kind of fabric, so it absorbs the sweat, so it's not hugging to your body. And I also make sure, of course, I have a great support bra. You ladies out there, I don't have much to work with, but still I need the support. And if you are like me, getting cold all the time, even when I'm running, then you want to make sure you have something like this. Another important tidbit though is that, like say for instance, it's chilly. Of course you're going to get warmed up and you're going to get hot and sweaty. Yeah, you could try and tie it around your waist, whatever. Or I see a lot of runners, they'll just ditch layers. Like they have a sweater on, they're like, okay, this is going in the trash. They just throw it on wherever it lands, is wherever it lands. And that's the last they see of it. So my advice to a lot of runners like me, if you get very cold and then you, say for instance, you get hot or whatever after running like, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 miles or whatever, make sure you have something that's comfortable that you don't mind getting rid of. I mean, that's my advice to you, because you may need to take off that layer and just toss it. I haven't done that. I'm pretty much okay. If I get a little warm, I'll roll up my sleeves and I'm good to go. I don't really need to do all that. You got to find though what's comfortable for you. And I know some girls, they'll be just running in a sports bra and a little booty shorts and they're good, no matter what the weather is. So you got to find what's comfortable for you, and the way you do that is, of course, to make sure you train and you try different things as you're training, especially during your long runs. So I did just that. Like I have 3 or 4 different workout outfits that I recycle through. Right now I'm wearing like great pants. You can kind of see right here. It also does the good job of absorbing all the sweat and everything like that. But I probably won't wear these pants. I have another one that's way more comfortable. I may actually wear this. I found this and I'm like, I love it. So I may just wear that. So in terms of socks, if your feet get sweaty, they have these special socks that just absorb the sweat, that doesn't make your feet like slimy. My husband introduced me to it and it was like, wow, this is really good. Those thick cotton socks for me doesn't work. Does nothing for me. So it's like it's called like dry fit, and it just absorb all of your sweat, foot odor. You won't get like athlete's foot or whatever the case is. It really does work and it feels comfortable and it stays on. Some socks, they kind of ride down and it starts to feel uncomfortable. So again, practice, practice, practice. There are also things that you could take to keep you energized throughout the race. For me, there's like a little bit of a gray area here, because I like to stick to old-fashioned fruits and vegetables. Healthy eating is always important for me. Since I had issues with hair loss, I realized that I was lacking in a lot of vitamins and minerals and just overall nutrients. So if you're a mom, or whether you're a first-time mom or if you had a baby recently, it does tend to happen, especially if you're breastfeeding, and that's what happened to me. So all of my nutrients was like going into my breast milk and feeding my baby, which is great, but it left me with pretty much nothing, and it took me a while to recover. So I really stick to a lot of like vitamin D, vitamin B supplements, and foods that are power packed with those things. But for runners, I know they give out these gels, and they're supposed to be pretty healthy. I mean, I look at the ingredients. This is not something I take all the time, but I wanted to just try it. Not something I would normally have, but for this particular thing, I'm like, okay, you know, I'll give it a try. But one of the things that I really like is they have these like powdered drinks, and they say they're gluten-free, but it's just vitamin B12, no sugar, hydration multi. It's a multivitamin in like a little powder. So I'll take this and put it in like a 16-ounce bottle of water and cover it up, shake it up a little bit, and I'll drink this in the morning before a run. This is what I had this morning. I know some people use this stuff, these little gel packs. I find that it makes my mouth kind of pasty. So if you're gonna have this, you should have it with some water and just kind of wash it down. Again, this is not something that I normally would take, but I figured, you know what? I can try it and see how it works. But I'm more of like, I like this stuff. Oops, dropped it. I like this stuff because it doesn't really have much. It's just literally vitamins. It has B6, vitamin E, vitamin C. It has a little sodium, potassium, it has that. And potassium is also good, especially for runners. You know, you don't want to pull a muscle or anything like that. If you have enough potassium, it does take care of all of that strained, torn, like possible ligaments or whatever you want to call it. I learned that in basketball when I played back in high school. In any event, so that's pretty much it for my running essentials. I think I pretty much covered everything. I also like to keep a little chapstick too, just in case, because with all the drinking of the water and my lips tend to dry out, and it's just something. That's my little tidbit. So I am gearing up for the big day. Today, again, I'm gonna do 4 miles, and 3 miles tomorrow, and then the following day, 2 miles, and then it's 2 days of rest, and I'm just gonna power through it. I didn't really do well with my time when I did my 12-mile run, but I'm hoping that it gets better. So that's it for now, guys. Wish me luck. I will see you later, and I'll have more fun curly hairstyle video tutorials and more family fun vlogs as well. So be sure to stick around for that. If you have any questions, comments, ideas for some of the stuff we have on our channel, please feel free to leave them in the comments below, and also check the description box for some of the stuff there that I talked about. All right, bye guys, have a good one.